You know what I'm saying? They flip-flopping, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight-up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. Because, you know, it gonna come to the light.
It's kinda ironic how everything Pimp C said back in the day is now being mentioned in the court of law when it comes to one of the biggest hip-hop producers in hip-hop history. At the time when Pimp C was saying what he was saying, people didn't want to believe him. They called him crazy. They thought he made up a bunch of zesty fantasies in his own mind about other celebrities. Come to find out, he was telling the truth and lost his life for exposing something that people are getting paid millions of dollars to expose today. Not to mention, he had people in his corner that he thought was his friends. Come to find out, they really wasn't his friends and they was working against him the whole time.
There's a whole thing with Pimp C, UGK.
Yep.
Pimp C and Bun B and the Big Pimpin' song. And I hear Bun talk about it. And I knew the story. I knew a little bit of it because the label, Jive Records, we're all on the same label, was trying to get Pimp to do the song.
Right.
And I knew Pimp's opinion on the situation, and it was open and shut. If you don't fool with Tupac, I don't fool with you.
Right.
No bending of the rules.
Right.
We're talking about a guy who never met Tupac.
Right.
He didn't even know him. And he's like, I'll ride with Pac to the end. So anybody who ever said this on Tupac, ever, Pimp C didn't like you. Just never would fool with you, ever, ever, ever. So he put Jay-Z in the category of, I don't think Tupac liked him. Tupac wouldn't, you know, as Biggie homie or whatever, I ain't fooling with him. The Bun B, the label, myself included, was trying to say, you know, Jay ain't like that, bro. Jay ain't Jay. You know, it's a great opportunity. Right. Jay-Z getting at you.
Right.
Do it. I ain't doing it. You know, all this stuff. So whatever Bun and all them did, they talked him into it. The song got recorded. But Pimp still had an attitude about the East, West, and the...
Right.
He from Port Arthur, Texas, but he mad about how y'all feel about Tupac.
Right.
For the most part, Southerners don't rock with New Yorkers like that unless they got family up there and they went up there for the summer. And then a lot of times that's the case. But when it comes to Pimp C, it's seeming like he hated not only Jay-Z's guts, but New York guts all together.
And Bun B will give you way more insight on Pimp's state of mind about this. But I was given the task of Pimp won't go to the video, the 2-day video shoot. I think it really was a 1-day video shoot. They was gonna shoot it in Trinidad at Carnival.
Right.
And this fool got a song with Jay-Z, a video at Carnival in Trinidad, and I ain't going. Like, if Jay-Z would have called me and said, do the song, when? You know the video at Carnival, when? My flight, when? Like,
exactly.
Now C was hard-headed. So I was given the task of, can you get him to come to the video? They're gonna add another day and shoot in Miami. They gotta get C. It was a big budget video. I think Hype Williams directed it.
Mm-hmm.
So Pimp C had just bought a brand new Mercedes. He loved his new Mercedes. And I think I had just got this little Porsche. So I was like, we should, he knew about the video.
Right.
It wasn't like, I wasn't scamming him or nothing.
Right.
I was like, we should get the cars. We go down to the video shoot, you know what I'm saying? We get down there, stay a couple weeks, get some house, well, you know, whatever.
Right.
And I made it a thing. And I showed, you know, if I said it, because I was just like he looked up to Tupac, he looked up to me.
Right.
And in all situations, Pimp would be like throwing a fit.
So Too Short was scheming in favor of Jay-Z in order to get Pimp C over there, even though Pimp said he don't want to rock with them dudes. He thought Too Short was solid, and that was his partner. Come to find out, Too Short was scheming just to wiggle and finagle him to go down there to the video shoot.
And they'd be like, man, go talk to your little brother, man, go talk to him.
Right.
I'll go in there and be like, can't talk him down. But you could throw some logic in there and be like, see, we came here to get the money, man. Them people out there want to see the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's, man, these people, man, let's get the money to the show. This how we do it, bro. We get at them, deal with them later. And he'd be like, all right, if you say so. but before that, he was throwing stuff around like, F everybody, man. I don't get your money, I don't know. So we took the road trip. We got him down there, he did his singing, and we kicked it. We stayed in Miami. we stayed in Miami for a few weeks and had a ball. Like we really did kick it.
It's sad to see Pimp C didn't have nobody to trust, all because he didn't want to participate in they nasty little games. He couldn't trust Bun B. He couldn't trust Too Short. Who could he trust? In hip-hop, plenty of sacrifices been made, but none of them has been as mysterious as the death of Pimp C. They're saying that it was a collective effort to get him out of the game. I mean, people that was in his circle, people that he didn't want in his circle, people that he felt like he could trust, people that he did music with, people that he loved, people that he thought was his brothers.
I got to hang out with Pimp C like a week before he died. I met him and hung out with him in the studio for a couple hours. And then, you know, we were making plans to do an interview. Like, we didn't do an interview that day because he didn't have his haircut. And he wanted to be fresh on camera, you know what I mean? But he was down to do it, blah, blah. He just dropped this UGK mixtape. We was chopping it up. And then a week later, I got the news, and it was fucked up. But what I do remember was that Pimp C was a character.
Oh my God.
Like Pimp C on record was Pimp C in real life.
Yeah.
Like that was the amazing part to me.
Yeah, he didn't hold nothing back. He didn't hold no punches.
Nah.
If he had something to say about somebody, he said it.
He told me some funny ass stories about some other rappers that I cannot say on camera. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, oh my God, man, that was like my brother. You know, Pimp C was at my house, you know, down the street from you, the day before he died.
You don't think Vlad spilt the beans and let everybody know that Pimp C was out there talking about what they got going on behind closed doors?
He came to LA for me. We did he came, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. When I first moved to LA in 06, he was locked up at the time. I think but it was close to him getting out, I think. And I produced a single for him, the Players Anthem. With them and Outkast. 3 6 Mafia was originally on it, but we was fresh out the Oscar, so Sony was tripping out giving them single rights for us, but we was on the album version. So they used Outkast for the single version. I know it was their first #1 song and their first platinum album, cause I got that plaque at home. Pimp C was returning the favor for me. He was like, man, you know, anything you need me on, let me know, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I want to put you on this new 3 6 Mafia album we was making. It was the last 3 6 Mafia album we made, the last to walk. And Pimp C was on that album. We had just recorded that song. We redid, what's the name of that song? Pocket Full of Stones, but we call Riding on the Chrome.
Okay.
And he did that song, and we was at my house in LA, and then he spent the night over my house. We stayed up till the next morning, and he took the garbage out for my son. My son, he was like, "You little man, sit down and finish eating your breakfast. I do all this shit." Cause my son knew he had to take the garbage to the street every day, and we had a gate around the house, so he had to, you know, open the gate and take it out there and close the gate. He knew that was his job every morning. And Pimp C did that for him. We hung out to about 11 o'clock, and then I got my guy to drive Pimp C in my car. I was like, man, I'm fucking about to pass out, man. And Pimp C was staying away in Hollywood. So my guy drove Pimp C in my car to his hotel, and then he came back. And he was like, Pimp C left this CD in your car. I was like, what is this? And it was like some unreleased songs. It was this dude named 17 that he was producing. This shit was hard as fuck. And I was trying to call him out that day so I could tell him I was gonna bring the CD by there, but I didn't get in touch with him. I couldn't get in touch with him. So next day, I know we had the same manager at that time. I was trying out this manager.
Rick Martin?
Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who introduced me to Pimp C, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying out Rick. We wasn't with Rick long. It was Rick and another guy we was with. And Rick called me like Sunday night or something. Pimp was over my house Friday night, Saturday morning. He called me like Sunday night or Monday morning or something. He like, I got something to tell you. I was like, what? And he's like, let me make sure it's true, and I'm gonna call you back. I'm finna go to Pimp's hotel, but something happened. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, they wouldn't tell me on the phone. They said they'd tell me in person, see security when I get there. And he went in there and saw Pimp C body.
It sounded to me like a lot of people knew what was about to go down with Pimp C. They just didn't say nothing.
Pimp C was like, he was laying down like he was praying. And
Yeah.
but it was blood all over the bed, like he threw it up, but they thought he had been shot in the head. You know, they didn't know what the hell happened because there was blood all over the bed. But he was kneeled down like he had been praying. And the candles had been burnt all the way down. So they knew he had probably been dead for like a day or something because he always lit these candles to help him sleep. Because I think he had sleep apnea. So he always lit these big, tall candles. And with that candle to be burnt all the way down, they were like, he must have been dead for a while. So that's what he called and told me.
Sound like a ritualistic sacrifice to me. I don't know how it sounded, y'all. These are the type of things that's being brought up in Diddy's trial because they're trying to connect the dots and figure out how sinister is the music industry. How sinister are these parties? Allegedly, Pimp C was at a party before he went back to his hotel room. So what happened between the party and him going back to the hotel room that caused such a horrible demise? You got rappers out here that claim to be friends with Pimp C when he was alive. You got people that's still out there repping this man like he would approve of their behaviors.
Kevin Gates eat booty. So, I was asked about it a lot. People asked me, Kevin Gates, you eat booty? And, so I got on Instagram and I was just scrolling through my comments and I was like, yeah, I eat booty. Real niggas eat booty. Real niggas please they, you know what I'm saying? But I thought I was going to get bashed for it. But they had so many brothers that was in support of that, just were like, yeah, Kevin Gates, you telling the truth. A lot of cats, they be in the closet with a lot of things they do. And my grandmother always taught me one thing: if you're doing something you're ashamed of, you probably don't have no business doing it. Engaging in those type of activities if you're ashamed of that. So like I say, it went viral. Kevin Hart ended up posting it on his page and they did a clip for it. And I jumped up to like 500,000 followers just on Instagram, it was crazy. Like Kevin Gates really says the darndest thing.
Do y'all think Diddy and Jay-Z had something to do with Pimp C's passing? He didn't like neither one of them or none of the stuff they had going on, and he spoke out against them, and that's a possibility. And if they keep talking about this in the courtrooms, allegedly, it's only going to be a matter of time before they find out what really happened to Pimp C, so they need to figure that out so the pimp could really rest in peace. Make sure y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to holler at y'all on my next video.